I had no clue what love was until I had my first child. I had my kids and I thought, how do you do this? How do you parent these kids so they're ready for this so fast moving world? During the Second World War, my grandma took in refugees in Switzerland and just fed them whatever she had. And there was this guy from Poland there, and he was a businessman in Poland and was wealthy in Poland, but had to leave everything behind and had to escape. He came over the border and was sitting at her kitchen table, and he kind of just happy. He was, and she had a bad day that day, she said, and I remember I was giving him his soup, and I said, I have to ask you a question. You're here, you just lost everything, and you seem to be happy. How do you do that? How come? And he said in broken German, happiness one makes oneself. It doesn't come from the outside, you have to kind of cultivate it within you. And that's all she said, and it made such an impression on me when I was about 13 or 14. I was like, it must be true. And with the little ones, you don't have to tell them be happy, they are. And then you kind of learn to be unhappy. It's a learning. And the more you believe that you're unhappy, it's almost like, I think that the mind tricks you into that you think you're not happy, but it's more to see, can you not get tricked? Most of the time it doesn't tell you good things. It tells you what you have to do and all the things you don't do right. Oh, I wonder if I was too harsh on her. Oh, I wonder if I should tell, do I crush her little spirit if I do that now? It's that your mind is constantly telling you what you're not doing right. And if you keep on listening to it, it's gonna win.
Hi.
Can you give them a strong emotional intelligence? So no matter what, you don't know what life is going to offer you. You don't know what's going to come along your way. But can you strengthen somebody's system to the point where they can respond much more than react? Where it's not such a personal event no matter what happens. If you take the last generation and the generations before and you look at yourself, like, did my parents do a good job? I think they did a tremendous job. Because I am happier than they ever were. Now, did their parents do a good job? Yes, they did, because my parents were happier than their parents. So somehow we are evolving. And all we want is bringing it a step further. People are doing a lot of things right. Parents are doing the best and they're succeeding. I think we'll succeed too. It's just we're so tough on ourselves. Until about the age of 2, your moms love their children and dads too, unconditionally, no matter what. And then the child starts to speak up, and all of a sudden love becomes more conditional. I love you if you eat your spinach. I love you if you clean up your room. I love you if you put the toys away. There's always this little if on the end, and we learn that love is conditional. There's no condition to love. True love is completely unconditional. But I think the connection between mom and child can remain unconditional. I still love all my children unconditionally. my 18-year-old as much as my 5-year-old. And somehow that was my goal, is can I keep that going? Because with my parents, I wasn't able to, from my side. It became conditional, and still, yes, I love them, but it's easier from a distance. Or so how to keep that unconditioned, and that takes a certain training. It takes a certain discipline of the mind. The Buddhists talk about what they do when they go into those prayer sessions is disciplining their mind, so they don't listen to that constant chatter going on. They do it through prayers. We can discipline our mind and our children's mind by curiosity, by being curious on what's happening, on where we're coming from, on how we're responding, and also being curious with them and showing them what we see. That's everything. There's one thing I could go for. It's the curiosity, how things shift and change, and how they go from one thing to the next. The biggest downfall of people is, and mine too, you know, if I would have to sum up my life until now, I would say until about the age of 18, I was curious, and you know, it was exciting, and then all of a sudden I had my thing, I had my degree, and I started living a boring, mediocre life, and curiosity was lost. I had it all figured out. Knowledge replaced curiosity. And then somebody broke my bubble. It burst my bubble, and all of a sudden the whole structure I had, what I thought how life was, wasn't it. And it was the most freeing experience I had. It was like, wow, if that's not it, what is? And since then, it's like the minute I think that's it, it can't be. Because the minute I have the answer, truth is lost. I don't really know how to raise kids, really. I'm the first time the mom of an 18-year-old, the first time the mom of a 5-year-old with the name of Lydia. So I have to do something and then see what the impact is. If I'm not curious and I just start doing something and that's the danger. If you have because I do have a system now that works, but if you don't do it with curiosity, it's just becoming a structure like any other structure, which won't work because it's not growing organically. It's not growing with curiosity. To bring peace to the world, you have to start at the homes. That's why I think it's such a big task. In order to get into the homes and make them happier places for people, can show them how they can make it happier places for themselves, and that's going to go out. That's going to be the big result. You could change the world. If the world is going to change, it's going to come out of that. It's going to come out of more happiness out in the individual homes.
Sure nobody rips this apart.
I will make sure. Are you warm again? How can you not love this? You know, it's like everything about it.